Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin and Cardano. Bitcoin continues to move sideways here, currently just below 44k. In the last 7 days we had a 12% upside, in the last 24 hours a 2% downside. In line with that, Cardano moves in a similar way, also lost here in the last 24 hours, however a little bit more. 6% downside, and only 1 or 2% upside in the last 7 days. So we can see that at the moment Bitcoin is outperforming ADA a little bit. So we take a look at Bitcoin first before we carry on with ADA. What I want to do today, also show a little bit insight in my S&P 500 Elliott Wave Analysis. I normally update that on my second channel, for which you can find a link in the description. Haven't done that now for a week or two. I need to get going with that again, and currently I also share it with the gold members in the Discord chat. So anyway, we are here currently still in this Bitcoin correction, this overall correction of an ABC, where I would expect the C wave to end below 29k. Still convinced it's going to happen. Yeah, there are, of course, the primary expectation would be to sell off straight away, and the alternative would be that we are going to see a little bit of an extended correction, a little bit of a move up here. The indicators would definitely support that. But the thing is, we don't know until this resistance level here is broken. You can see that white ascending trend line here on the chart, and it would mean that we are doing here something like that, come up here, maybe all the way up to 65k. That would be the maximum though, for me at the moment, and then we come down here, maybe retest that for support once more, but then, or go down and retest, whatever, and then come down. Yeah, that would be the alternative. Personally, I don't hope that will happen, because it would just mean an extension of the correction. My expectation, as I've outlined in the last videos, the primary expectation is still that we are going to sell off straight away. The view here is currently that we are still in the wave 4. If this is the wave 4 top, or if there will be another wave 4 top here, I don't know. We can see that currently the Bitcoin price is struggling, absolutely struggling with this resistance here at 44.5k. Absolutely, it is a bit of a zone here between 44.5k and 45.5k. And however, only if we really break above this ascending trend line here, which is at 46.5k, and that is also an important Fibonacci retracement level, only then I would say that is really broken. Then we want to see a retest, and then we can go up from here. That would unlock higher prices. I did talk about my potential long trade that I'm going to enter when we do that, when we break this to the upside, retest, and then go up from there. Then is when I would re-enter, or not re-enter, but enter a long trade, a short-term long trade, where I would then take some profits, probably around 55k, and if we get higher, maybe also at 61 and 65k. Now, this will, if this level breaks, and you can only say if it breaks, because we don't know that yet. If it breaks, we can define this target area here, and I only very crudely now draw the fib levels, but we would then get this price into the region between, the 0.5 fib level and the 88.7% fib level. So you've got these fib levels here. For me, the most likely one would be the 61.8% fib level, where we would then find strong resistance. That would be at 55k. Here then, at the latest, we should turn around and get into the yellow target area. We will see, that is my primary expectation. We don't know until it has happened, but that is only what I can see in the chart here. But as I said, until we have broken that level, my primary expectation is that we are coming down here once more and go down and have the immediate sell-off into this area down here below 29k. Yeah, we've been talking about that, and I think again this will probably be decided on the daily chart again, as we saw it with this drop here on the 14th and 15th of February. Because if we take a look at the indicators, I mean, the MACD is still going up, showing upside potential, but the thing is, it has some more time. Bitcoin, we could see a little bit more sideways movement, like we saw it here between the 7th of February and the 16th of February. But at some point then, if it stays too long and it doesn't move up, then it is more likely it's going to break, to the downside, I mean, because then the MACD will lose buying momentum again, and that could then become a sell signal, and you're going to move down from there. So that is what I can currently see here in the chart. The daily, momentum still increasing at the moment, consolidating on the daily chart. On the 4-hour chart, you see it as well. Bitcoin was overbought on the 4-hour chart, is now consolidating, moving out of the overbought range, and the MACD is already moving bearish again here, or might do so in a day or two. That could push the price a little bit down, but again, the RSI was just overbought on the 4-hour chart, but it's not yet on the daily. So, you know, as I said, the indicators would actually support higher prices, because on the daily you're not overbought yet. The MACD on the daily is still going up, and on the 4-day chart as well, we talked about it, we had a bullish crossover on the 4-day MACD. That is actually rather bullish, yeah. So therefore we could really see that level break, but we don't know until it has happened. Now, what makes me think it all depends on timing, right? It all depends on timing. I think the S&P 500 is going to go up in the next few weeks. I do expect that, yeah. Just about S&P 500 here, sort of the small scale movements where we currently are. Also here you can see that at the low at 4,100 roughly, we saw the completion of a correction that was a wave C. It was also a higher degree wave 4. So if I move that up a little bit, you can see the wave 4 here. You know, after wave 4 you get a wave 5. Now we are since then have started to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, completed a small wave 1 within the wave 5, which is going up, yeah. So this was the first wave of 5 to come in this uptrend. Then we are now in this ABC correction. The C wave, in my view, not finished yet. That could come down into the region around 4,200. So in the next few days, imminently, I would expect a further sell-off of the S&P 500. Now that would only be a correction of the impulse to the upside. Yeah, we made here a high at around 4,400. That wave 5. Then we found an A, came up in a wave B again, slightly overshooting, and are now coming down in a wave C. That will be complete, as I said, around 4,200. It's a bit of a range, right? And we can draw the fibs for that. But therefore, you know, I do expect here further price decreases. It has already reacted here to this fib level at 4,277, which is the 0.382 fib level. But this was only the first leg of that wave C. So you're going to come down more, yeah, possibly all the way down to the 0.618 fib level at 4,211. From here then, you would start your third wave to the upside. So I guess in line with that, and depending on how strongly Bitcoin reacts, when that next leg sells off for the S&P 500, it could push Bitcoin down as well, yeah. The thing is, how strong will Bitcoin react to that? So imminently, very shortly, I will expect here the price to move down for the S&P 500, after which it will start with a wave 3 to the upside. That will be a bullish wave. It will be a bullish wave, and could then take the price even higher. Then you get your wave 4 correction, and then you get your wave 5 to the upside. This one here, that will complete a higher degree wave 5, higher degree impulse, and this would land, as far as I can currently see it, around $5,000. Now that will play out over weeks, yeah. Maybe into Q2, maybe throughout Q2, you know, it depends on how fast that's going to happen. But based on that, you know, depending on how strong Bitcoin will react to it, I would expect a little bit of a move down when the S&P 500 is moving down as well in that wave C, in the next leg down in the wave C. I mean, from the S&P 500, maybe just to finish that off, from where we are now, we would expect a downside. Let's say we go to the 0.618 fib level at 4,211, I think that was. Yeah, that would be a 2.5% sell-off, or 3%, right? That is nothing too big for the S&P 500, but could mean another 5 to 10% sell-off for Bitcoin. Now again, that would not be a lower low for Bitcoin, okay? But again, it depends on how strong does the Bitcoin price react to it. But based on that, we could also say when then the S&P 500 turns around into its wave 3 to the upside, that could be what Bitcoin needs to break through this 46.5K level. But in the end, you know, we don't know. But I hope it gives you a bit of perspective about the S&P 500 as well, and will help us understand in how far they really move together in the next few weeks. Let me know in the comments if you want me to keep it up a little bit with the S&P 500 in these videos here as well. Not go into detail, you know, for the S&P 500, but maybe just mention where I see the price go. Now, looking at ADA, pretty much really stable at the moment. So 94 cents. Yesterday I think we were at 96 cents. We are still here in this channel that we talked about. Looks a bit like that ADA is attempting a breakout to the downside, but I think that did not really work out. or maybe it did work out and we're just retesting this support line from below. Now, if this support here at 95 cents is not, or if this resistance at 95 cents is not reclaimed again, I think we can expect here further decreasing prices all the way down to the previous low at 92 cents. If that gets broken, then yeah, from 92, I think we have to see the price go to the next major swing low, which was again 82.83 cents. So that is the most interesting thing that I currently see here on the chart, that on the 1 hour chart we broke here out of this flag to the downside. But what is important to bear in mind, oftentimes these are fake outs. You saw it here as well. And if a fake out like that happens and we then get back into the channel, this often means a move to the other side. Yeah, so if this does not hold the retest and we break in, then we could really see some upside here if we then see a bit of volume come in. Okay, and again, then if we do that, I think the next resistance level would be $1.02 for ADA. Other than that, I can only, there isn't really anything new on this chart. ADA waiting for Bitcoin's decision, I guess, and we are still, we are back below the 61.8% fib level, so it has moved rather a little bit into the bearish range. We can see it on the 1 hour chart here as well, that the RSI is in bearish momentum. The MACD is probably just turning around to the downside again. Yeah, so there was a bullish crossover coming that has been stopped, but again, it's only the 1 hour chart. So but however, here on the 8 hour, you're also reducing your buying momentum at the moment. So yeah, I mean, if that resistance is retested, yeah, then we could really see a little bit of a price drop here for ADA in the next few hours. And then it depends also on when the S&P 500 here does its next leg to the downside. Okay, I expect at least one more leg here down for the S&P 500 into that $4,200 region. All right, that's my view here on Bitcoin and Cardano. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And if you like the content and want more content, then maybe check out the channel membership. You can do that on my website, and for that you can find the link in the description or here on YouTube. And the channel membership gives you access to at least a live stream, and then depending on your membership level, you get access to the Telegram live chat, Discord server, and also some analysis about stocks and shares. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.